Hi guys, and welcome back to Fit with T. I hope you guys are good. Let me know in the comment section below, how is your season going so far? Is it going to plan? Are you happy with it? Are you a little bit disappointed so far? Are you looking forward to the second half of the season, or wherever you are, you looking forward to your races ahead? I want to get to know you guys, so leave a comment. So today I am taking you guys through a warm-up routine. So if you're a sprinter, you can use this warm-up routine in training and even on your competition day. So why do you want a warm-up routine as opposed to just doing different things every time? Having a warm-up routine really helps you to prepare yourself mentally, and so being able to do the same things that you do in training in your competition is just a great way to help you feel in control of what you're doing, help your body know when it's actually getting ready to run fast. And so developing a routine is a great thing to do as a sprinter, and so this is somewhere that you can start. So this routine, you can adapt it to your own needs. So if you have specific areas of your body that you need to focus on or warm up or mobilize before you actually start that I don't include, then you can obviously add that in. But I hope that this warm-up routine is a nice starter for you guys that will get you warm, that will get you ready to be able to run fast or for your session ahead. So you want to start off with pulse raise, and so as options you can choose either to jog around the track 2 to 4 laps of the track. Depending on where you are in the season, that might be 2, that might be 4 if you're deeper in winter and you want to use your warm-up, your jog as part of your endurance base that you want to use that for as well. You can do 4 laps. You can also choose to do skipping. Now, I started implementing skipping a few years ago because of my Achilles, and I found that when I was jogging, my Achilles didn't like it, my feet didn't like it either. And so you might be somebody who skipping might be a good option for you. Skipping is also great because it's actually plyometric and it just trains you to be able to learn to react off the ground quickly. So skipping is a great option. The third option that you might want to try is warm-up stride. So striding over 40, 50, 60 meters and increasing the speed of each run. So maybe 6 to 8 strides, and each one increasing the speed at which you go through them. So starting off gentle stride, and like I said, increasing the speed with each one just to get your body nice and warm. And that might be what you want to do if you're more in the season. So once you've done your pulse raising, the next thing you want to do is roll out the bottom of your feet. So you may not be someone who struggles with tight feet or issues with your feet, but I really encourage you. Your feet are your gold mine. That's what we run on as sprinters, and so keeping them nice and loose is really important to implement, because they might be okay now, but with lots of load they can start to get tight and that can trickle out the rest of your body. So if you can get yourself a golf ball, then that's a great thing to do. Have a golf ball. Of course you can get other rollers on Amazon or whatever, but a golf ball literally will do the trick. It will get into your foot. So if you haven't checked out my video where I give you 4 foot and ankle exercises to do before you train, then make sure to check out that video. The link is in the description box below. Once you've done that, let's get on to some mobilizing. So dynamic stretching, dynamic mobilizing. So we're going to start off with arm swings, and I think mobilizing our shoulders is really important because as sprinters we want to use our arms. So mobilizing your shoulders, so starting off with a forward arm swing, skipping. You can choose a distance of over about 10 meters will be sufficient for this. So mobilizing, skipping forward, nice coordination, rotating your arms forward, and then skipping backwards, rotating your arms backwards, skipping diagonally, open and close, skipping, open and close, and then rotating from side to side. This is even something I implement with my fitness clients, so I think this is good for us as well as sprinters, something I do personally. So once you've warmed up your arms, your upper body, your upper back sort of thing, let's go on to doing some mobilizing our lower body. So we're going to do some walking knee pickup. So you're going to pick up your knee, and this is going to help you stretch out your hip flexors, the front of your hip. So walk in, take a step, lift up your knee and squeeze it towards your chest. Try to keep the leg that's on the ground straight, which helps with that as well. So we're also going to do a glute stretch where you're going to walk. I kind of call it a figure 4 glute stretch. So you're going to walk, pick up your leg and pull it up towards you, and you'll feel that in your glutes. As sprinters we utilize our glutes a lot, so making sure that they're nice and loose, that they're not too tight, so that you don't pull any muscle when you actually go to start running. So figure 4 glute stretch, again over 10 meters is sufficient. And then what we're going to move on to then is some side skips. Okay, so you're going to do some side skips with your hands on your hip and some side skips with your arms included as well. Now with all of the skips, you want to make sure that you are focusing on how you're landing on the ground. Remember, you're a sprinter, and as a sprinter it's all about reducing that ground contact time, and having your foot dorsiflex before you reach the ground is going to help you to react off the ground better. So even when you're doing these side skips, that's what you're practicing. You're practicing dorsiflexing and tapping off of that ground quickly to produce force. So training yourself even in your warm-up to be able to produce force quickly with that dorsiflex foot. So after we've done some side skips, we're going to now change the direction in which we're producing force. We're going to go forward. So we're going to do some diagonal skips. We're going to do 2 skips diagonally to the right, 2 skips diagonally to the left, and you're going to do that forward and you're going to do that back. Again, making sure to focus on how you're actually hitting off of the ground. So train yourself and prepare yourself to be able to do that actively, plyometrically when you come to run as well. So that's part of your warm-up. We're going to move on to some walk-in high knees, and I encourage you to go heel to toe. So like I said, if you haven't checked out my foot and ankle video, you can also include those exercises as part of the walk-in part of your drills. But like I said to you guys, this is a basic warm-up that you can use as a foundation, and then you can build out from there. So this will just help you to get into a routine, and then you can adapt it and implement things that you need for yourself personally. So after A walk, we're going to move on to B walk. So this is where you're going to extend your leg slightly. So rather than just bringing your knee up and down, you're actually going to extend your leg before you bring it down to the ground. So yeah, if you haven't checked out my sprint drills video, check that video out because I explain the difference between the A movement and the B movement. So once you've done that, we're then going to do A skips, and we're going to do the switching A skip. So if you haven't checked out my video about sprint drills, then check out that video where I show you the difference between a regressed A skip and then what I'm calling the standard or official A skip. And again, you want to focus on how you are landing, hitting that ground, dorsiflexing the foot. So really focus on how you apply force down into the ground, off of the ground. So then after A skips, you're going to do B skips, which again is where the leg extends before you come down to the ground. Then you're going to do high knee dribble. So we're actually just going to dribble from our high knees and increase the speed of that high knee dribble, and you're going to try to hit that ground really hard. Again, really focusing on how you hit off the ground, driving those elbows back rapidly, driving the feet down rapidly and hitting off of that ground, making sure to be dorsiflex, try to keep your hips open and not to sit down too much. So with all the drills, I encourage you to do them twice, okay? So twice of everything. So 20, 30 or 40 meters is what you want to work with. Depending on what you're doing in a session, you might do 1 set or 2 sets of everything, depending on what you're doing that day. So if you haven't downloaded the Sprinters Pre-Meet Handbook, then download that because I do talk about tapering your session. So that is just reducing the load. So just think about that. So remember, this is just a guideline for you guys. And if you are struggling or you're thinking, how am I going to remember all of these drills? I think the best thing for you to do is honestly to get yourself a training diary and write down your warm-up. So this warm-up, write it in the back of your training diary on the notes page so that you have it to hand whenever you need it. So if you need a training diary, you can check out my training diaries. I've got 2 and the links are in the description box below. And then second to last drill you're going to do is a straight leg scissor bound. So again, 2 of those, and then fast foot A. After we've done the drills, these are the drills that I encourage you to do as part of your regular drill. If you're training a group, then I suspect that you would have your own routine anyway, but this is more for the people that don't have a routine. Maybe you're training by yourself, then this is something you can implement. Afterwards, you're going to then do your dynamic leg swings. So we're going to go leg swings from side to side, 10 on each leg. You're going to do leg swings forward and back, again 10 on each leg. Try to keep your hips open, to keep your legs straight. Don't allow your hips to turn outwards, keep them straight. Then you're going to do some hip mobility, leaning against a fence, a railing, again 10 on each leg. Mobilize the hip a little bit more, and then you're going to put your knee up on the side and stretch out your groin. Bend your knee to get that added stretch. Again 10 on each side. Then you're going to do a lion scorpion. So you're going to be on your front and you're going to swing a leg up, and you're also going to do lion crucifix on your back and you swing a leg up from side to side. So once you get to this part in your routine, guys, you should really be in a place where you're ready to run. And the next thing really is to do some accelerations before you go to do whatever it is that you're going to do in your session today. So even if you just did this warm up and you wanted to then go in gym, you could do that. If you're going to run, then this is a great time to put your spikes on and do some warm up run outs in your spikes before you go and do your complete session. So I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comment section below how you found it. Was it useful? Are you going to implement this? Is there anything else that you're going to add into your routine? Let me know in the comment section below. And like I said, if you haven't checked out my sprint drills video, then make sure to check it out here, and I will see you guys next Friday. Bye guys.